Hey everyone, in this video we will list the best add-ons for making gold in World of Warcraft in the current patch. The absolute best add-on for making gold is Tradeskillmaster, currently in its fourth major iteration. At its core, Tradeskillmaster, or TSM, revamps the standard World of Warcraft auction house into a form which will give you an enormous advantage over anybody who is using the default UI for selling items. But TSM is a lot more than just an auctioning platform. It has a robust suite of components that enable you to do all kinds of things more efficiently. For example, you can set up groups with customized prices for selling different items. This lets you sell transmog items using specific pricing rules and materials under different pricing rules, for instance. Then you can scan the auction house and post everything under your pricing rules with a super fast scroll wheel macro instead of selling everything individually. TSM also enhances the crafting windows, letting you see which items are the most valuable to craft. Best of all, TSM's custom price sources can be used in conjunction with several of the other add-ons on this list, enabling you to see which gold farming routes are optimal for gold per hour. The downside of TSM is that it has a steep learning curve. Fortunately, there are many tutorials on YouTube from excellent content creators. And if you are new to TSM, I encourage you to check out various tutorials to get the most out of this add-on. Faster Loot is an awesome add-on that simply speeds up the looting process by removing the pop-up screen showing what loot is collected. It's similar to the auto loot feature already in WoW, but it's faster still. When you first try Faster Loot, you might not notice a shocking difference in speed. And yeah, the difference is small. But even a small difference is notable when you're doing a lot of farming and gathering. All of those microseconds you save over a 1 hour farming session really do add up. And given that there's no reason not to use this add-on, you might as well use it and be just that more efficient. Loot Appraiser is a handy tool for tracking the items you collect on your gold farms. It's basically a timer and a list of collected items, and it calculates the value of the items and currency that you loot. It has great use when paired with Tradeskillmaster, because you can use Tradeskillmaster's custom price sources to define the values of the items you loot, thus making your estimates on the value of a given gold farm just that more accurate. Loot Appraiser also includes buttons for selling trash items at a vendor, destroying trash items altogether, and resetting instances, which are all much smoother to use than the default UI's options. GatherMate 2 and GatherMate 2 Data are basically one add-on split into two parts, both of which you will probably want. GatherMate 2 tracks the mining, herbalism, and other gathering nodes on your world and minimap. GatherMate 2 Data includes a robust library of already collected nodes reported by other players, so you don't have to rediscover each node on your own. When you pair these add-ons, you'll see almost all of the nodes in the game on your world and minimap whenever you want. You can hotkey the display to turn it on or off depending on when you want to use it, so it won't clutter your maps when you don't need it. FarmHUD is best used alongside GatherMate 2 and brings the minimap to the center of the screen, allowing you to traverse a gathering route as if you were following a compass. This can take a while to get used to and is a bit confusing initially, but once you get the hang of its appearance and how to use it, you'll never want to go back to the default UI for gathering. Routes calculates the most efficient path to take between gathering nodes and other locations on your map. This add-on is best used in conjunction with GatherMate 2, GatherMate 2 Data, and FarmHUD. You can do some amazing things with routes. For example, you can tell it to calculate a path between every single gathering node imported from GatherMate 2 Data, and then you can tell it to optimize the route so you take an efficient path through the nodes. Then you can use FarmHUD to fly along the path, gathering from each node as you go. Routes makes gathering a mindless experience that is quite pleasant because you can turn on a movie, listen to music, chat with friends, or whatever while you fly about without worrying that you'll miss a node or lose where you were. Routes ImportExport is a little add-on that enables you to see the programming code for each route you create in Routes. On its own, this is mostly useless unless you want to share your gathering routes with friends or something like that. The real reason to use this add-on is because it pairs perfectly with the next add-on on this list, enabling you to instantly load up any route you wish to farm with the click of a button. And speaking of that add-on, Worth It is an incredible add-on made by DalaGG, who has a great YouTube channel you should check out. Worth It is essentially a calculator that figures out the estimated gold value of various gold farms. It comes preloaded with current content and some popular old content farms. Worth It is best used alongside the previous add-ons on this list to get the most out of it. Using Routes ImportExport, you can import DalaGG's routes straight into your game and follow along for a similar gold per hour result. Worth It's best feature, though, is its My Farms section and the Recorder, which is similar to Loot Appraiser, except that it records your gold per hour, raw gold, item value, and more based on the price source you select. I wish that Worth It had an option to set a custom price source from Tradeskillmaster. Maybe this will be added in future iterations. For now at least, though, you can select price sources from Tradeskillmaster's default options, and possibly the best one for a roughly accurate estimate of value is the region sale source, because it's the most conservative evaluation. Once you have completed a farm, you can use Worth It's editor in the Recorder to do all sorts of things. You can add or remove items from the farm, change the duration of the farm, and so on. And you can also create a route from your farm that you can share with friends. This is powerful stuff. Once you figure out its possibilities, it makes calculating your gold per hour efficiency easy. When your farm is over, you can compare your farm to other farms you've done on a gold per hour basis, as well as a sell rate basis. One thing I'd like to see added to Worth It is a calculation of sell rate times gold per hour. This would give the value per day, or value per post on the auction house of that farm, showing a rough estimate of how much gold you're likely to earn per day from a given farm. For instance, if a Mana Tomb's heroic run gives 28,737 gold per hour, but only has a sell rate of 0.02, that means only about 575 gold is earned per auction posting day from an hour's run of Mana Tomb's heroic. This means you might be better off doing a lower gold per hour farm that has a higher sell rate if you want to earn more gold quickly and in greater amounts per day, instead of a high value being amortized out over a long period of time. And that's it for the best gold making add-ons in World of Warcraft. Check back soon for more videos on gold making and other stuff. Stay strong.